How do we open this, huh? Monterey Park.
No.
What?
I'm laughing because we said beforehand, right, if we're going to talk about it, let's not do it straight from the off.
I mean, it's on everybody's mind. It's not on my mind. Okay? My condolences.
Yeah.
It's a very sad thing
Awful.
that has happened. I know when this episode comes out, it would have been a week since it passed. But, just so you know, we're recording this like a day after the shooting.
Can we start again? We can't say Monterey Park and I burst out laughing. It's awful.
We are keeping that. That is
I was laughing at
the vibe.
I need to explain. I was laughing at the inappropriateness of the introduction, not at Monterey Park.
You are
or the
laughing
victims.
at Monterey Park.
R.I.P. Horrendous, awful, really sad. Okay, now you can continue. Just had to get that out there. I was thinking in my head that I can't just let that slide. That's so bad.
I mean, we're going to clip that up.
No,
we're going to clip that up. Monterey Park, and then just the white guy laughing. Obviously, people, it's a tragic incident. But this is a comedy podcast. So you have to find the funny in it. And it is a tragic incident. I'm not taking anything away there. But people tune into HAIYAA podcasts for a vibe.
Yeah.
All right? And I hate seeing other Asian people getting slain. Which is not very nice.
No.
Don't do that. Don't shoot up old Asian ladies and uncles and aunties,
That's really sad.
Yeah. They're just dancing in a ballroom. My mom does that.
Was it on New Year as well? Was that the occasion?
I think it's like the day before Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year. Which we'll get to Chinese New Year stuff in a bit. But my heart goes out to all the victims. Go support the GoFundMe, guys.
Yeah, we'll put that in the description.
Yes. Don't worry, the funny part's coming. But we need to get this out the way first, okay? We can't just go into the funny part. We'll get cancelled immediately. I learned now how to, you have to acknowledge it first and then say the cancelable shit. But obviously, people are going to still cut out the cancelable shit and post it on TikTok, but I can't help that. So this is the full context. So we're still in the sad part right now. My mom does those like dance classes in Malaysia, a country with no guns, thankfully. And Monterey Park is a place, it's very near LA, actually, which I'm moving to. And it's a majority Asian neighborhood.
Yeah, a lot of people actually wrote in to the Instagram saying, be careful when you go, having seen what happened in Monterey Park.
So it's obviously very sad. And Asians, we used to be beat up or shot at by other races during COVID. And now our own people are shooting us up. Can we stop that? Stop that, please. Is it mental health? Probably is. Because these... I think that one of the shooters was Vietnamese. Probably PTSD from the war.
Oh,
right?
Fucking hell.
Probably. I'm just guessing. And old Asians don't care about mental health. They don't get therapy. It's true. Why are you staring at me like that? Can we be serious here for a second, man?
I'm just thinking
It's very hard to be serious with you because you keep laughing at the most inappropriate moments, which I love. I think it's a good vibe. Asian parents, older Asians don't care about mental health,
Good point.
I think it's for people. I think it's like something wrong with you if you go see a therapist. Who knew they had it in them? Why didn't you shoot the people who punched us, Why don't you shoot the New York subway attackers, right? But, okay, so what's funny about all this?
I'm just thinking about when I have to submit this onto YouTube, and it always asks you about the guidelines of advertising, and I'm like, yep, nothing serious here,
Nothing serious. I just
nothing offensive in this.
It's not offensive. I just said it's a tragedy. It is a tragedy.
Followed
okay?
by right. What's funny about it?
I mean,
is
people are tuning in not for my take, like political take. People are tuning in because we have to try to make shitty situations funny. That's what a comedian does.
No, the people are here to hear how you're going to fix it. You personally, Nigel Ung, how are you going to fix this problem?
I can't fix it. I'm moving to LA. I'm probably going to stay somewhere in the hills. Not Monterey Park. It is a tough tightrope. I think this might be the last episode. We might just stop the podcast after this episode. Okay? Now, the funny part about the Monterey Park shooting, now that we've got the sincere shit out of the way, is when they first talked about the suspect, they said between ages of 30 to 50. And then when they finally caught him, he shot himself in the van, right? And then the police finally caught him, checked his ID. He was like 75. That's how well we age. That is why he got away for so long, because the police said, I tried to identify the suspect between the ages of 30 and 50, and then tried to get everybody who was between the ages of that, and they couldn't find him. Because the guy is fucking 76. Asian don't raisin. That's a real thing. We look young. This guy's 76.
Asian don't raisin.
It's a
That's
saying.
amazing.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
You never heard that
That's
before.
Brilliant.
You don't know much about our culture, but let me tell you, we age nicely.
Yeah.
I want to know this shooter's skincare routine. Who can Tran? That's his name. I want to know this. I want to know whose skincare routine.
I might just get my phone out to record to send directly to your agent and be like, should we run with this?
Again, we are not heartless people.
Yes.
Okay.
That is definitely worth, especially when you say we. I'm definitely not a heartless
He looks
person.
younger than you. Who can Tran looks better than Matt Bentley Viney? How old are you? You're half his age.
Yep.
Yeah. So what is his skincare? What moisturizer does he use? Does he use retinol? Does Who Can Tran have retinol next to his rifle? And what's the solution here? You ban the guns? America's never going to ban guns. That's not a thing that they're going to do.
Even though they should.
They should? Should they? I think
Well, in my lowly, humble opinion, I think, yeah, they definitely should.
people love their freedom too much. Their freedom. You know what stops a gun? A good guy with a gun. That stops a bad guy with a gun. All right? I'm trying to see from all sides here.
It's such a dumb train of thought. I do love that. I love that so much.
I mean, it's true, though.
It's not true.
It's true. You know what stops a gun? A good guy with a gun. That's what we need more of. I am a good guy with a gun. I want to be a good guy with a gun. I can't aim for shit, but I want to be a good guy.
You'll have a beautiful gun. I believe that. You'll get like a designer.
Like hardwood.
Gold. Is it a Golden Eagle? That's a really good
Golden
gun.
Eagle. I don't know what guns are. I don't know any gun names.
I'm literally basing it on Call of Duty. That's my only frame of reference for like guns. AK-47 and I think it's a Golden Eagle.
Okay.
Or Desert Eagle or something like that.
Something. I want,
Really good
I want
pistol.
something like vintage, a nice vintage gun.
Art Deco.
Antique brass. Like I'm shopping for a furniture. And then I was, it's good that there's a guy stopped this, Vietnamese shooter. I think, from what I learned from the news, he shot at Monterey Park, then he traveled elsewhere, and then he got stopped by this guy, Brandon Tsay. That's his name.
Heroic.
Brandon
yeah.
Tsay. Heroic. Thank you.
Well done. Yeah.
We should all be as brave as he is. But come on, we have to find a twist here. Come on. This is the most uncomfortable Matt has been in this whole journey of the podcast.
I feel like it's the first episode all over again.
Yeah.
Feels fitting it's going to be the last episode. Nice bookend.
Will HAIYAA podcast survive after this? We will see.
My palms are very sweaty.
Again, you have to take the whole context into account, okay, listeners? Don't just chop this up. Don't just chop up the first 5 seconds. Monterey Park. Don't chop that up. Do not chop that up.
It just
You can see
follows
my-
me the rest of my career. Any interview, you just get it up.
Every
Is this
tweet
you?
from now on, people will be like, yeah, this you, and then the video clip. Listen, you can see the cogs in my brain turning, okay, people? I'm just trying to be a comedian here. All right? That's how we get over things. You have to be able to laugh at tragedy. Okay, tragedy plus time equals comedy, right? Sure, the time might not be enough, but I am constrained by the podcast upload schedule. So, tragedy plus podcast upload schedule equals comedy, okay? Let's cut me some slack here.
Yeah.
I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy guy. So, Brandon Tsay, hero, stopped the shooter. Okay? But Why is everybody lauding as a hero? You're fucking 26, Brandon. You're supposed to win the fight. He stopped the shooter by just wrestling the gun out of him. The guy's 75, mate. The guy's your grandpa. If you fought your grandpa and lost, you should win that fight. And he did. Thank you. I'm so happy that, he stopped and he's a hero.
Yeah.
Okay? No question about that. But you're essentially fighting your grandpa, Brandon.
But he does have a weapon and Brandon doesn't.
Then he wrestled the gun away and he didn't shoot the old guy. So kudos to Brandon.
Yeah.
I would have shot the shit out of him. Bye, grandpa. He had the self-control to not shoot that grandpa guy.
Oh.
What a hero. Not many people will be able to do that. Thank you, Brandon, for saving us.
Let's underline that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
course.
That's amazing. That's so good.
Thank you for saving the lives of so many parents and elders and grandparents.
Yeah.
I wonder if he follows me on Instagram. I mean, it's a new account. Somebody beat me to it. Somebody created a Brandon Tsay account. He has 13 followers. Instagram says new on it. Instagram needs to give Brandon Tsay a blue tick.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't find the real Brandon Tsay.
And Elon Musk needs to do that on Twitter as well. But don't make him pay for it. Do you know what I mean? You know that blue tick now you can pay £7 a month for?
Brandon?
No, come on.
For fighting, you have to pay $8 a month to get your blue tick because you punched the grandpa. Respect your elders, Brandon. I'm so glad Brandon doesn't respect his elders. Sometimes you're faced with difficult choices. And in Asian culture, we're just brought up to respect our elders. And Brandon, I'm so glad you're a bad Asian because you don't abide by those Asian rules. And you fought a grandpa for his handgun. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for disrespecting your elders, Brandon. The audience for this podcast, they like this kind of fucked up humor, don't they?
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff they write in. They do. They definitely do.
See, so listen, what happens on the podcast stays on the podcast, all right? Don't you dare clip shit up and put it on Twitter. I'm giving them ideas, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm giving them ideas. Happy Lunar New Year, people. Moving on. Happy Lunar New Year. Let's try to focus on some good things that happen in my world.
Yeah.
Some good
let's
things.
do that. Yeah.
Like, I just finished my tour in Denmark and Oslo, Copenhagen and Oslo. Thank you very much to the people who came out. It was too cold. Copenhagen and Oslo is very boring. I literally don't remember what happened. It was like...
Yeah, but is that because of your schedule, not because of the cities themselves? And I'm
cities
sure if you had
suck.
time... No, don't,
Copenhagen sucks.
don't say
Everything opens at 12 at noon.
Oh,
So
really?
you wake up, you get a coffee, get a pastry, which is what they're known for. And then it's 10:30 or 11. Then you're like, okay, now what? Go back to the hotel and wait till things open. People don't work there. That's a problem in Scandinavia. There's no ambition because, they're too comfortable.
It's expensive is the only thing I would say. Like the Scandinavian countries.
Is it expensive? I think Copenhagen's okay.
Oh, is that okay?
I think Oslo, it was expensive. It was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan.
Did you go and see the mermaid in Copenhagen?
The mermaid? What mermaid?
Yeah, there's like a mermaid on like, I don't know, it's like a sculpture somewhere. And there's a mermaid. And it's meant to be, based on the old tale of the Little Mermaid. You're judging it. What are you judging the city on? Where's like good Asian restaurants?
The general vibe. How do you judge the city?
I don't know. Lots of things. Food, culture,
Yeah.
weather is definitely part of it.
They're all bad. Food is okay. I got ramen twice. The pastries
Did you
are
have
nice.
any dates? So you had pastries.
Yeah, for dinner.
but you
For
need
dinner, I
to-
had Danish stuff. It wasn't great. Everybody's pescatarian there. Scandinavian people, man, they're all pescatarian. It's very sad.
Yeah, but I bet the fish was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
fresh
but fish,
and-
it's easy to, fish is amazing everywhere. What are you talking about? Good seafood is everywhere.
No, but local to that, like where you could only get there and it's like really fresh and do you know what I mean? It makes a difference. You're not eating the right stuff. When
I'm
you go
eating the
away.
right stuff.
You're looking for ramen and you're judging it on that. It's not fair. I'm going to stick up for Copenhagen here.
Have you been?
No.
It's negative 10 degrees. Okay?
That's fine. You know, there's never bad weather, just bad preparation. If you had a good coat, you'd be fine.
What do you mean there's never bad weather? Tell that to the people stuck in the desert. Tell that to the people who died of frostbite on Mount Everest. There's never been weather.
Well, no, I would say that the desert you can't plan for, but Everest, if you're wearing the proper stuff, you won't get frostbite. Wear the proper stuff.
Sometimes you lose track of things and then you die. So you go to Everest now, you still see the corpses sitting there because they don't decompose.
Oh my
You
God,
see dead
that's
people sitting there.
terrifying.
No, it's true. Google
Is that
it.
really true?
Yeah. In full hiking gear, just
Oh my
sitting
God.
there.
That's insane. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's really interesting.
You should go.
Well, we're going to Pompeii, and it's a similar thing where they've in the pyroclastic flow they've been preserved, haven't they? Mm-hmm. I'm never going to go to Everest. I don't know why I even said yeah. I'm just never going to do that. But Pompeii, I'm looking forward to seeing the people and paying my respects to people thousands of years ago.
Well, are they preserved in what?
Well, from the volcano, it's like pyroclastic flow went over them.
What flow?
Pyroclastic flow.
Wow.
That's a bit long word for me.
Yeah. Someone Googled some shit. Someone found this word off a travel agent's website. You found it off a blog, didn't you? Like where to
I
go in
genuinely-
Pompeii and then pyroclastic.
When I was a lot younger, I used to find it really interesting, like Mount Vesuvius.
Can you not
and
say
everything.
they were preserved in the lava?
It's not though, because lava would you disintegrate, wouldn't you?
Pyroclastic flow.
I can't wait for people to correct me in the comments. I know this is just a generalization of a memory I have.
By the way, people corrected you on the dog stuff.
Oh yeah, get a life. I don't care.
Well, I'm telling you, you
I-
can leave a
no.
dog for more than 5 hours.
Maybe okay.
Everybody says the same thing.
Okay, get a life is too strong. Okay, I admit that.
I mean, you're wrong here.
Well, no,
You
no,
get
no,
a life
no,
because
no.
you can only
I
get
love my
life
dog
5
too
hours at a
much.
time. Because you can't leave the dog more than 5 hours, you get a life. My listeners are right.
No.
They're bitching about you.
No. I'm not having that.
As long as there's food and water and shelter, like let him be.
Let me add some context. We live in a one-bed flat.
Okay.
Right? So there's no access for the dog to go outside. Do you know what I mean? They're just inside. So every 4 hours or 5 hours, we need to take her out.
For
Let her get
context,
some fresh
listeners,
air.
last week Matt said he can only leave his dog for at most 5 hours at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's just wrong, isn't it?
well, it's not wrong.
I hear from a lot of people
No,
that that's just wrong. A lot of my friends who have dogs, I asked them,
Well-
they're like, yeah, that doesn't sound right. So, okay, let's leave him in the flat. He's going to run around.
No, I know what you all think, and that's fine. You do you, and I'll do me. What's the problem?
Well, the problem
I'm
is...
seeing where my therapist is saying I'm a very defensive person.
Yeah. It's okay to change, Matt.
Yeah, but I'm not wrong. and neither are you. We're both right.
Somebody's wrong. Somebody's wrong.
It's like saying someone, how you raise your kids, right? It's a matter of preference. My preference is I don't want my
Yes,
dog
but-
to go stir crazy and feel locked in like in a prison. That's on me. If you want to do that, you do you.
Okay, I'm going to Google that right now. How long can you leave a dog for? And then now when I talk to you, you tell me shit. And then now I don't trust you that you know what you're
do you
talking
mean?
about
I
anymore.
do know what I'm talking about.
How
do.
long is it okay to leave a dog? I'm not asking you to leave a dog in the car. It's in your house.
What's it say?
Oh, shit.
4
Blue
to 5
Cross-
hours.
Yeah, oh.
Come
As a general
on!
rule,
Get
the dog
in
should
there!
never be left alone for more than 4 hours at a time. However, this will greatly depend on your dog, their age, breed, and how they cope with being on their own in the house. So you have to train them.
In fairness, I would say to everybody that when we move and we have a garden attached and we can just open the door, 100%, we will leave the dog longer.
Okay.
I mean, it's a circumstance.
I can't believe you're actually right. It pains me to
you
admit
need to
this.
trust me. And everybody else, trust me. I'm not just bullshitting.
Okay. But anyways, Denmark, Copenhagen, and
Yeah.
Oslo. That's why I hate their interior design. Every hotel room's too dark. And I like dark places, mood lighting, but it's like I also have the overhead lighting when I'm packing.
Oh, sure.
They don't even have that bright light to turn on, so I can. And everything I wear is black, so I'm like just blindly grabbing shit. Hated it a lot.
Hated it.
Yeah, I'll never live there. Never. It's such an irrelevant country. Such an irrelevant country.
How is it irrelevant?
Name one Danish thing.
Vikings?
Okay, they're not
see?
around anymore.
Well,
Not
yeah,
around anymore. What happened in Copenhagen? I can't even remember what happened in Copenhagen. I just walked around, tried to buy a small piece of art for my kitchen,
Yeah.
and had ramen, had some fish tacos, and then did my shows. That's it, really. Oslo, checked into this hotel. The guy who drove me from the airport. He was like, "Oh yeah, he works with Live Nation, so he drove me from the airport to the hotel." He said, "Oh, it's the best hotel, one of the best hotels in town. You get to see a beautiful view. There's a beautiful spa." I checked into my room. I was facing another building. No sunlight. What view? What view? Okay. Called down. Spa. Hey, can I use your steam room? He said, fully booked. How do you fully book a steam room? I just want to sit in there. I said, let me sit in there. Let me wait outside till someone leaves and I sit in this place. And no, you have to book it in advance, sir. Why? Everybody has COVID, okay? I don't care. Let's give me COVID. Let me go. I'm not asking to get a massage. That one you have to book, sure. But a steam room and a sauna. Just let me in. Like, what's the problem here? And then I said, can I not just go and wait until somebody leaves and I can go in? He said, no, it's a very small sauna. It's a city sauna, so it's very small. I was like, okay, how many people can fit in it? 18.
Oh, yeah. There's never 18 people
there's
in
never
there one
18.
time.
Have you ever been in a sauna with 18 people?
And also, if you saw 17 in that, you would go, yeah, all right. I'm going to squeeze in.
I mean, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. I'll sit on the guy's lap. Feel that warmth and the texture. But like 18.
Yeah.
I've never been in a sauna or steam with more than 6 people in my whole
Max.
life.
Yeah, same.
In my whole life. She has a nerve to be like, you have to book ahead. And then they only had time after I checked out. So I was like, ugh. Oh. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Oslo, terrible place. Don't go there.
Are you judging it just
Never
on
stay
that?
at the Thief Hotel. Never stay there. Terrible interior design. No sunlight.
Oslo, I've heard really good things about Oslo.
It's gray and gloomy and depressing. Never go to Oslo. If you book a trip to Oslo, book a trip to Korea instead, okay? Just refund the tickets. If you have plans to go to Oslo now, just stop it. What are you doing? Go to Monterey Park instead of Oslo. That's what I would do. At least I can connect with the people and I can be on the ground helping them, giving them emotional support. And I'll tell them, I know things are really tough for you right now, but at least you're not in Oslo. Maybe we need to get old Asian people therapy because there's been a few shootings now and it's always older Asians.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's very sad, isn't it? When people get shot, but then everything everywhere all at once gets nominated for so many Oscars. Because it's like, oh, I want to celebrate this, but it's a proud moment in Asian history that's tarnished.
It is it's not tarnished.
It's tarnished by this Monterey Park shooting. It is tarnished. Michelle Yeoh can't even post shit.
Oh, really?
I guarantee you, Michelle Yeoh had some Instagram post scheduled ready to go by her PR team. And they were scrambling when Monterey Park. Oh, fuck. Unscheduled it. Fuck. Unscheduled. I guarantee you, at least Michelle Yeoh, Ke Huy, and everybody who got nominated. Congratulations, by the way. I'm saying it's a bad thing that it's tarnished and they can't celebrate. It's supposed to be a happy day for all of Asian people and Malaysians. Yeah. But then this Monterey Park guy had to fuck it up. Fucking dick. So I feel bad for them. But congratulations to everybody. I tell everyone that I love that film.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Because if you say you didn't like it, people think you're an idiot. This is one of those things you have to like it. It's like a hype film. When I watched it, I was like, it was all right. It was good fun. But then when I meet people, I'm like, holy shit, have you seen everything all at once? It's groundbreaking, bro. It's an amazing film.
She's very good in that.
Yeah.
Michelle
Yeoh, Malaysian.
Yeah.
Remember that news article? that woman, what's her name again? There's a Malaysian, if you don't know, listeners, there's a Malaysian newspaper that posted about me and compares me to Michelle Yeoh. And then they were like, yeah, he's not that great yet, because, I know this guy's sending out a world tour, but look at Michelle Yeoh. She's an award-winning actress. It's called This Malaysian Newspaper Insulted Me.
The action queen and the comedian was the article. June H.L. Wong.
Yes, June H.L. Wong. Now the distance is even further.
Yeah, you've got no chance.
I've got no chance to get an Oscar.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime.
Well,
I think the next Asian guy, next Malaysian to get an Oscar will be Ronnie Chang, He's a good actor, man. He's acting a lot of stuff. Yeah, I like it. And do I want to get into acting? That would be nice. But I don't think, I think like Ronnie Chang got it, man.
Yeah.
I don't got it.
Well, you don't know that. I mean, until you're doing it properly, you might find something deep within you where you're like, wow, this has been my calling all along.
No. My calling is just telling dumb jokes on podcasts that are ending in a few episodes. How are these older Asians getting radicalized? Are they on 4chan? Are they on Reddit? Are they incels? Are they like 65-year-old incels, 70-year-old incels? What's Who Can Tran's relationship status? What we know about California attack gunman Who Can Tran. Angry and distrustful, he lived in a retirement community and recently spoke to police. The 72-year-old fatally shot himself after fleeing the scene as police closed in on his van. He had once been a dance teacher at the same venue where he is accused of opening fire, it has emerged. An ex-wife of Tran's told CNN she met him at the studio about 20 years ago and that he used to give lessons there. So Tran has an ex-wife. I have an ex-wife.
Why are you?
Well, I'm just saying.
Why are you inviting?
I'm just saying. I'm not making drawing any like links. I'm not. I'm just saying I have an ex-wife and then remaining silent for a while. You are filling the blanks with your brain. You are the one with the problem.
You're just inviting those comparisons.
I'm not inviting any comparison. I'm just saying I have an ex-wife too. He was quick to anger but never violent before. That's what Tran's ex-wife told CNN. A tenant of Tran's, Adam Hood, told Reuters Tran was an angry, aggressive person who did not have many friends but liked ballroom dancing, his main social activity. Angry, aggressive person. It reminds me of myself. Holy shit. I'm glad I'm in therapy now. This has actually become really therapeutic. This has justified all the money I'm spending on therapy. I have a temper too. I have an ex-wife and I have a temper. The similarities are growing, people. So Asian people, Asian listeners, I know you don't believe in therapy, but trust me, the more I read this, the more I'm glad I'm in therapy. Okay?
Oh, God.
I also don't know why we're not getting as much mainstream coverage.
That's a valid point.
Right?
I would definitely say that.
You only knew about this because you do this podcast.
No,
so you Google Asian shit before you come here to prepare some topics.
No, I can tell you why I know about this because the Cantomando boys were posting about it on their Instagram, and I saw it. And then they made the point how there's no mainstream news and how it's a huge thing at a time of celebration. I agree. I think it's a horrible tragedy, and I hope it's naive to say this, but I really hope it would never happen again. But it's going to, isn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
What's the answer? You're right, probably therapy, but then everyone can't afford therapy. So
I think I'm going to change careers and be a therapist. It seems like there's a gold rush here. Can we buy stock in therapy? I feel like after this, a lot of people are going to take up therapy.
Should we venture out of the park?
Yes.
And into more
of
familiar
the Monterey Park.
and safe.
Let's venture out of the Monterey Park. And
let's tell a cute, wholesome little story how we're doing Lunar New Year tonight. And it's my first time. You're going to shepherd me into hopefully having a great time.
We are going to a restaurant to eat some food. The booking is 11 people.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to be a lot of people.
Is everyone eight? Am I the only white person?
Yeah, I think so.
No way.
I think so.
Am I really?
Yeah. All my friends are weird and they don't date white people for some reason,
I'm actually looking forward to being the
token
minority,
white guy.
token white guy.
But you there's gonna be something again with you.
What do you mean?
There's gonna be that thing like And with Canto Mando boys, you couldn't finish the pho because you couldn't use chopsticks and a spoon that well. At the Japanese place, you couldn't eat the whole piece of sushi in one go. There's always something with you. When I bring you to an Asian place, there's always something.
I think
this is your last chance, by the way. Your last chance. I'm sick of it now. I have to,
3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah. There's always something stopping you from like enjoying food the way we enjoy food. And I'm like, that's why I'm moving to LA. This you are the average Brit, and there's always something.
The pho, can I just defend myself?
Okay, what?
I was quite hungover that day, and I was just struggling. It was like, do you remember it was really hot in that place, and it was quite fragrant, and I was just like, oh, I'm not sure this is gonna sit that well. But I ate it. But yeah, you're right. My technique wasn't very good.
You barely ate it. I remember that. I didn't say anything, but I remember.
No, I did.
And I use it as ammunition at this moment. There's always something with you. So tonight you better behave, okay? Better conduct yourself well.
Thai food's quite spicy.
What's your next phobia? You have a fear of choking. What else you have? A fear of like
fear of chilies. No, I don't. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. I was actually going to ask you, I had it in my notes when I was coming over here. Are there any etiquette or things I need to observe? I didn't bring a red letter. Do you know what I mean? Like an envelope.
No, you don't have to.
Was that patronizing if I do it?
Nobody gives red packets to like people as old as in the 30s. Nobody does it anymore. It's for kids.
I was going to bring one because there's a little shop near your house. I was going to bring you one. I put some coins in there as a joke. But I thought, is that probably quite culturally insensitive?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
especially a white. Who cares? Okay, you only give to people, unmarried people, usually children.
Okay.
I've been divorced. I don't get it anymore.
Yeah. Okay? Well, okay. So I don't need to do that. Is there anything like well, don't look at me like that, as if I'm the one talking about like Monterey Park or something. You're looking at me like this.
We're going to get Thai food. I don't know why you are so you need like help explaining Thai food.
Not help. I just want to be respectful. I don't know. I feel like at midnight, if we're still out.
You've been to Bangkok.
Yeah, I know, but not at Lunar New Year.
Oh no, we're not celebrating. We're all old. We're eating and then going home. Yeah, relax.
That's what I mean. Is it going to be like at midnight you do a dance or something? I don't know. No, is it like
no?
Because white people do that as well.
What holiday where requires you to do a dance at midnight?
No.
What white people holiday? What pagan ritual are you talking about?
Well, obviously the summer solstice they do that, but no, on New Year's Eve you do like I've forgotten the song. There's a song and you do this. It's not Que Sera. It's like there's a song. Oh Lard Sign. Oh Lard Sign.
Oh,
you sing that and then you like do the like cross. Do you know what I mean? You like
really? I didn't even do that.
Yeah. Well, some people do it.
Yeah. I got a kiss by a very special someone.
Oh,
but that's it.
That's cute. So we're not doing any of that.
No,
tonight.
No kissing.
No
kissing.
No kissing.
Don't try to use Chinese New Year as a way to cheat on Gemma, please. I'm sorry, Gemma. That's just the custom. I want to be respectful.
I just wanted to double check before I go, but I don't want to put my foot in it. Like I have done at the omakase place or with the pho. I just want to make sure I don't do it. Especially if I'm the only white guy there. I need to I'm representing white people.
Yeah.
So
we're all disappointed in white people and disillusioned. So it's okay. We accept you as one of our own.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Okay,
it's just a dinner. It's just a dinner.
I was even worried about what I was wearing. I'm wearing this, and I was like,
"Who cares?" I was just nice enough to be like, "Hey, we're recording. You want to come join later?" And then
I thought it was the whole thing. I was being integrated into like your culture and like.
I mean, there is a cultural thing, but we're not doing anything cultural tonight. It's just dinner.
Because I remember you saying before that you get really dressed up and the red
Malaysia
envelopes.
Oh, maybe. So I spent Lunar New Year / Chinese New Year, whatever you want to call it. I spent it in Copenhagen and also alone. Oh. So maybe that was what made me hate that place. Because I'm like, why am I here? I should be at home celebrating.
Do they not have like a Chinatown or something? Or?
It's very small. There's no atmosphere. It's too cold. Nobody's outside.
Okay.
So it's a time with family. I miss my family,
Oh.
I want to see them. I'm seeing them in a month in Tokyo. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
2 months
that's good.
Seeing them in Tokyo.
I guess tonight you're spending it with your chosen family.
I didn't choose them. I had no choice. They just stuck around. They're also, a lot of them are Malaysian, and they stuck around. And I'm like, well, I guess I have no one better to hang out with. So, hello, friends. You don't choose your friends in life, you know? Your friends come from circumstance.
Do you think?
Yeah. If you choose your friends, then that's a very cynical move, right? That you're like, I only want to hang out with the successful ones, the moneyed ones, the rich ones, the hot ones. You know?
No.
You don't choose your friends.
No, but it's that whole thing. You don't choose your family because obviously that's where you're born, whatever, all that stuff, the genetics. And then with your friends, that's your chosen family.
How do you choose your friends?
I don't know, because you.
Well, one day I'd be like, hey, I don't like hanging out with you. Bye.
Well, you wouldn't say that, but yeah. You know, you just stop seeing them.
Oh, no, they're nice people.
Well, exactly.
Nice
So it's
people.
your chosen family. There we go.
Can I choose a better family? I think I have terrible choices. I've made terrible choices then. No, I love all my friends. They're all very cool, except one or two and their partners.
I'm sad I'm not getting a red envelope, though. I thought maybe my bonus would be in there. You know, because you're stopping the podcast and everything. I thought I was going to walk in like, hi, Matt. I had envisioned it, and that's why I was going to get you the red envelope. I put some coins
Only
in
married
there.
people give red envelopes.
Oh, so I could give you one.
Yeah, give me one if you want. All the nice things I've done for you.
With my resignation in there.
You're already laid off, mate. You can't resign. Sorry.
It's a principle thing.
But you got 3 months pay. You're doing it till April. If I end it earlier, I'm still happy to pay you like up till then.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'm a nice person like this.
Yeah.
I know you're starting a life with Gemma. I know you're always broke for some reason. Matt invoices me for episodes we haven't even recorded yet. I look at the invoice. I'm like, what the fuck? Have you recorded this?
We're recording it now.
That's how I know you're broke. Like, you get an invoice for future work. I'm like, wow. Very ballsy of you. Very ballsy of you.
You know I'm going to do it. You know I'm good for it.
But you're the only one,
No.
You're the only freelancer who invoices me for future work. Seriously.
I was just following my therapist. She always invoices me. And
She's
it's like,
broke too. She's broke too.
I have to pay her to book the session, so I'm doing that with this.
Can you bring it up to her? Like, hey, are you broke? What's your therapist's name?
I can't say her name.
Okay.
Say it, Julie.
Julie, are you broke too? Because I'm broke too. Can broke people stop taking advantage of other broke people, But I understand and I happily pay it. I'm always very punctual.
Yeah, you are. No, you are the best. I'm happy to say that. I'm happy to say that you are the best.
The nerve on this guy.
No.
He's invoicing for future work. And then when you arrived today, I was looking at mirrors. I'm trying to buy a full-length mirror for the house because I realized I don't really have any. And then when my friends come over, there's nowhere beside my bedroom they can check the whole outfit.
Sure.
And in my
So
bedroom,
you want one near the door then?
yeah,
Like, as you're
near the
leaving?
door so you can wear as you're leaving. Because in my bedroom, I don't wear my shoes in the bedroom, so I can't even. I've never even seen my whole body shot ever since I moved into this house. So
I'm wondering actually, because you don't have any carpets anywhere, do you?
no,
Yeah, why can't I wear my shoes?
because
I was
I'm
wearing-
Asian.
Yeah, but I was wearing Doc Martens today, and they're really difficult to get off and to get back on again. And I was thinking in my head, like, oh, can't I just wear them? It's
That
just
sounds like
wood.
a you
It's
problem.
It's just wood. It's not going to stain it or
It's
anything.
nice wood, and then your fucking Doc Marten is gonna ruin the varnish. And I'm Asian. What do you want me to do? What is this? You care about the etiquette for eating, but then you're like, why can't I wear my
No,
shoes?
but I get it with carpet. I understand. I completely
It's
get
just
it.
hygienic.
But I have
cleaner
wooden
without the
floors as
shoes.
well at home, and I just...
You track the dirt in here. You track all the dirt in here.
Yeah, but you're going to hoover, or someone's going to hoover.
Yeah, someone will hoover. I don't want to live in the dirt before they hoover. What is this? This
alright,
nerve
that's been
to
on my
invoice
chest.
me for work you haven't done, and you come in here and be like, hey, can I leave my shoes on, mate? This what now?
I very
I
nearly
think we're
asked.
quitting the podcast. This ballsiness is coming out, and there's nothing left to lose. Nigel's finishing the pod anyway.
Fuck it.
It's crazy.
I even texted you at the weekend being like, no, let's just keep the podcast going. Just do it. Just
I can't. I'm
do
moving
it.
to LA, man. Zoom podcast is shit. You know this.
8-hour time difference. Just do it.
I need to start a new life in LA. Okay.
You can't carry this little white person anymore.
No.
You need
You
to
have to
get
go
off
our
the train.
separate ways now. I say this with all the love. But we have to go our separate ways now. Okay? This arrangement has come to an end. But we don't have to say that. We don't have to say we're ending the podcast every episode. We bum people out. Everybody's so sad.
Yeah.
Everybody's so sad. And I'm going to feel bad. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I still have the main channel video. Matt won't be in it.
Yeah.
But we'll get him on sometime. In a year's time. We'll come back. We'll film something. Maybe I'll hate LA and I'll come back. Tails between my legs,
I'll be here to welcome you.
I feel I like LA. I feel like I like LA. Because I got clout. People there are fake and they like clout. Guess what? I'm also fake and I also like clout. Let's all be fake together. Love it.
You'll get your new chosen family.
I finally, my new chosen family of successful people. People I can use to further my career. Nice. And then my real friends stay back in London.
Yeah.
And I come visit them once a month. And then before I board the plane to LA, I come to London, I meet my real friends, I be a normal human again. And right before I board the plane from London to LA to go back to my LA pad, I just steel myself up and become LA boy. I transform into LA boy. Okay? I'll have a new wardrobe there. I'll reinvent myself.
Alpha Nigel.
I'll be a hype beast when I go
Oh,
there.
don't be a hype beast.
I'll be a hype beast. I'm gonna wear what Jordans.
Oh, no. The Chad version of Nigel.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Bentley, who? Matt who? Who is this guy? I don't know this guy. Tell him to stop calling me. I don't know this guy.
Your Yeezys on.
Yeah. My Yeezys, my whatever. Goyard. Is that a hype thing? Goyard?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, look at us. Neither of us are hype beasts, are we?
We are the opposite of hype beasts. We're like lame beasts. These people just bring me to these shops that sell the ugliest hoodies for 300 pounds.
Yep.
My hype beast friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you spending money on this shit, man? Yeah. It's a hoodie, bro. Stop it. Maybe I'll be a 40-year-old hype beast.
Oh, it's tragic, isn't it? Is there anything sadder than that?
I think that's my future.
No, it's not.
That's my future. So it's been a mixture of emotions, On one hand, you have the tragic incidences, i.e., me having to spend time in Copenhagen.
That's really bad.
What other tragic incident happened this week? Oh, Oslo. I had to spend time in Oslo. Oh. And what else happened this week?
You're an awful person. You're an awful person.
Okay, in all seriousness, it is a mixture of emotions. You have the tragic, deaths, needless deaths, senseless killings. And we are supposed to be happy because it's Lunar New Year.
Yeah, well, let the white person, let me say, let's think about the condolences and how sad it is.
And this is what happens when white people just love claiming our shit for their own. Do you have to culturally appropriate a shooting?
No.
Are you trying to culturally appropriate a shooting?
No, I just wanted to be the the voice of reason on this podcast.
Okay.
The adult in the room.
Of course.
And say, I know it's not for me really as a white guy just here on this podcast talking about Asian issues, but I think it's genuinely really upsetting what's happened. Yeah, when any shooting occurs, you got to think about the families and the victims of all of this and how, especially with the timings, it's ruined their Lunar New Year. Hopefully in time they can, have the strength to, carry on as we all do. And yeah, I'm just so sorry that it happened.
Thank you for that beautiful take, Matt. And a lot of people will say you're trying to culturally appropriate our shooting. And to those people, and I would say to those people that they're right. But I appreciate it. It's nice to know that Asians, of course, care about it. And it's nice to know that someone else, apart from who's not Asian, cares about it. Because ultimately, we're all human. Every time I try to sound sincere, it just comes across very sarcastic, doesn't it? But let's end it there. Condolences to everybody. We'll leave a GoFundMe link in the description if you want to go help out wherever you can. I have donated, and we'll see you next time.